Hey guys, it's Bailey and welcome back to the channel. Today is an unboxing palooza. You'll know if you already came from the other video I uploaded, but this video is going to be talking about everything that came in my October Play by Sephora box. I'm also sharing what came inside my October Ipsy bag. You can click the eye up here if you want to see that, or wait till the end of the video, or check the info bar below for a link or the annotation. Totally your call, but I am sharing what came inside both today, and a lot of you guys will know if you've watched these before, I not only like to go through what came inside, but also give you my thoughts on them. This month is going to be a little bit harder for the Play by Sephora box because the topic is all about skincare. It is the secrets to dewy skin, which makes sense as we head into the colder, drier months. It's more difficult to keep your skin looking fresh and glowy and dewy and healthy, lit from within, as it is in the spring and summer months. So presumably these are all products that are going to help you do that as the weather cools down. For those of you who are unfamiliar with the Play by Sephora box, it's $10, but it's not totally open nationwide, I don't think. I believe there's still only limited launches, but you can sign up for the wait list. So I'll put a link to that below, but it's $10. I don't think there's a promise for how many samples you get because there are quite a bit in this month's box, but they all have historically been deluxe sample sizes, which is great, especially when you're talking about skincare. So as usual, you get your kind of intro book where it talks not only about what is inside, it also gives you pro tips, a little bit more background knowledge about the product and how to use it. And then at the end, you also get your Play 101 or something. It's basically a card that you can go in, present to anyone working at Sephora, and then they'll give you some tips on how to use your product this month. And then you'll also earn 50 extra points if you make a purchase while you're in store. I assume anytime this month, not just then. So this has some fun little gems inside, but let's talk more about what comes in the box itself. Same box design as last month. You open it up and it comes with the black and white striped Sephora paper, some fun packaging inside. I think it makes most sense to go in the order in which I apply this stuff. So I'm going to be starting with two products from Boscia or Boscia. I'm sure I am butchering this name, but won't say it anymore. So two products from that brand. One is the detoxifying black cleanser. It has charcoal in it, and it says it's a warming gel cleanser that deeply cleanses and detoxifies, dissolves pore clogging impurities, oil and makeup as it refines skin texture, brightens skin clarity, and minimizes the look of pores over time. So happy to say that this is a nice sized sample. One of my gripes with skincare is that oftentimes when they come in these monthly subscription boxes, you get a few uses out of them, and it's really hard to tell what that's going to mean for your skin over the long term, especially for the kinds of ups and downs that you can encounter in winter, or if like me you have acne prone skin just on a monthly basis with breakouts and dryness and oiliness, any of that kind of stuff. I really need a product that's sized to last me for 2 to 3 weeks to get a good idea for how it's going to play with my skin. So I applied this morning and night. It is warming very, very slightly though, so you're supposed to apply it to an already damp face, and that water is what activates the warming sensation. It's more like a flash kind of thing though. It's not like the warmth doesn't grow in intensity. It's just like immediately warm, and then it kind of quickly fades away. So I wouldn't say that's like a primary characteristic of the product. It's more so how clean it gets your skin. I haven't really noticed a huge difference over time. It performs like any kind of standard cleanser does for me. It doesn't leave a film on my skin, which is great. It doesn't strip my skin, so it's not very harsh, but it does feel like my skin is thoroughly cleansed when I use it, which I would expect any cleanser to do. But they also recommend applying it with a konjac sponge. I think that's how you pronounce it. Once again, I just won't say it after this to make sure that I'm not butchering it repeatedly. So these are super popular sponges. I have used them once before, and before I didn't really get the hype. Like everyone was talking about these sponges, you gotta use it, your skin's gonna be fabulous. I just didn't get it. I kind of thought it was a gimmick until I tried one. I think the first one I tried was from EcoTools, and it was much bigger than this. I think the full size of this retails for 15 bucks on Sephora or at Sephora. And so I think it's much bigger than this. It's just a tester size, which is nice. But I used it. I kind of got what the hype was about. It's a very unique texture where it's smooth, but it's just textured enough so that it really, really lightly and gently exfoliates. It's like a very new sensation, I thought, for my skin. And it was nice and very relaxing. But the mental hurdle I can't get over is how long it takes for this to dry. I just can't, I think of nothing but like a petri dish for how long it takes for the core of this to get completely dry. I just think of like the amount of bacteria that's growing in there. So unfortunately, for as much as I love the sensation, I don't think I will repurchase or purchase a larger size, because the fact that it takes so long to dry and the kind of bacteria that can be produced and then what that bacteria will do for your skin, it's just not for me. But if it sounds like something you're interested in, something that they recommend this for is someone with like very sensitive skin that wants exfoliation, physical exfoliation as opposed to chemical, and can't really handle harsh scrubs. They recommend this because you get that stimulation, you get that very, very gentle exfoliation, but you run the risk of over exfoliating and overstimulating your skin is much lower with something like this as opposed to like a harsh scrub. Next up is toner, and the toner that came in this month's box is from the brand Fresh, and it is black tea, age delay, instant infusion, treatment toner to protect and moisturize. Again, this is for those cooler, drier months, so it's nice to have once you've cleansed your skin and you can you've removed a layer of protection basically with your skin's natural moisture. You need to put it back in, and so you go in with a toner like this to rebalance your skin and help prep it for moisturizers or other treatments you might want to put over top. And this, I really liked. This scent is very strong though. I don't know if it's artificial or natural from the ingredients they use, but it does have kind of an astringent sort of smell. It didn't leave my skin feeling stripped or anything, which was nice, but the scent is kind of strong, which you might not like if you're not into scented skincare products or other products for that matter. It does dissipate after a while, but I didn't notice, I wasn't super wowed by it. It is a really nice toner, but I've used other toners that work equally as good for me, so I'll definitely enjoy using this up, but once it's gone, I don't know that I'll repurchase the full size, unless over the course of using this, like I said, I haven't gotten to use that much of it, but maybe I'll notice something magical happen later down the line. Next product, nearing the end here, although like I said, this month was pretty packed with products. I was really impressed with the value in amount of product that came in this month's box. Next up is moisturizer. So you've cleansed, you've mildly exfoliated, you've toned. Now on to moisturizer. This is from the brand Belief. It is the True Cream Aqua Bomb, meant for increasing hydration level, and this I was really impressed with. I was a little hesitant because moisturizers can be really hit or miss for my skin. Sometimes they're, with combination skin, sometimes they're too rich and I'm like a grease bomb at the end of the day, or sometimes they're not rich enough because they're meant for, you know, really oily skin. This is an interesting like cream gel hybrid where it has a creamy consistency, but it's cooling like a gel and it sinks into my skin like a gel, but it's a step up from the hydration level that I typically get from gel moisturizers. So this is going to be a real asset for me, especially in the winter, because that is one thing that I struggle with having combination skin, is hitting that right balance. I don't want to go full on ultra rich like night cream level moisturizer, but I need to step up my hydration level a little bit more than I typically do in the spring and summer months, and this has just been doing it for me. So this actually might be something that I repurchase once I run out of the sample size. Two products left. The next is a day tint, basically a tinted moisturizer with SPF. It's from the brand Dr. Jart, and it's Ceramidin Day Tint Tinted Day Moisturizer, natural coverage and UV protection with an SPF of 15. This is all I am wearing on my face, in addition to some concealer, but you can see before and after and me actually applying this to see the kind of coverage you get. I do have to say though, this, I don't think I'll get more than 2, maybe 3 uses out of this because of the amount that I have to use to get the coverage that you see here. It is very hydrating, so I used this in conjunction with the moisturizer. Maybe a little too hydrating for me right now, or at least for as warm and humid as it still is here in Texas. Maybe I'll change my tune in winter, but for right now, this is a little much for my skin. That being said though, if you have dry skin or it's currently already cold and dry where you are, that combination might be perfect. You might really look for something in your foundation or tinted moisturizer to kick up that moisture level a little bit more to keep your skin protected during the day. The only major downside here is that there's one shade, I think. When you look at the Sephora website, it looks like there's only one shade, and it's light beige for neutral undertones, although I do have to say, and you be the judge by the before and after or the demo here, but I think it, like a more of a traditional BB cream, it has kind of a cooler undertone, so it made my skin look a little ashy before I warmed it up with blush. But it doesn't leave a whole lot of flexibility in the way of skin tone. Like, this is it, and if it doesn't match you, you can't use it. So unfortunately, it's very limiting in that way, but if you think this is a skin or a tone that would match you and you're looking for some extra moisture with that added protection throughout the day, and you're looking for a light to medium buildable coverage, this is a good option for you. That being said, I probably won't purchase it once I run out because I tend to prefer a more fuller coverage, and I don't mind getting that additional moisture by layering up a moisturizer underneath my foundation. So I think I'll go an alternative route, but if that's something that appeals to you, so far it's performing really nicely for me. Products just keep on coming here, guys. 2 more. I can't remember if I said this already. I thought I had 2 more. Actually, still 2 more. The last skincare product is a mask. It's the Sephora brand Pearl Mask, meant for perfecting and brightening. I actually have a demo you can see before and after. So the point of having, it's one of those sheet masks where it's a serum soaked sheet cloth that you put over your face for 15 minutes, and so you can see the before and after here. Basically, the instructions are that you unfold it, you layer over your face, you ensure there are no air bubbles, so you even it out, leave it on for 15 minutes, and then you peel it off, and any excess product that's on your skin, you just massage in. So you really get maximum benefits of all the product that is on that mask. Now, this is my first time ever using a sheet mask, so I was excited about that. However, I didn't notice a huge difference in the before and after, and I don't feel like there were any prolonged effects that took a while to kick in. I didn't wake up the following morning thinking my skin looks so bright. I don't tend to have an issue with brightness though, so maybe if you struggle with brightness, this might have helped you. I didn't see it for me, but I was recently at Sephora and saw the display of these masks, and I didn't realize how many there were. They actually have an oil control and pore minimizing one that I was really tempted to pick up, and I might in the future, because I'm wondering if I just didn't need a different kind of mask for my skin type. So still tempting me, but I'm not super in love with the Perfecting and Brightening Pearl Mask. And then the last product is kind of a departure from skincare. It's actually a perfume or cologne. It's Atelier Cologne Mandarin Glacial, not sure. Probably butchering that too. It came with a postcard here as well. The size here isn't quite as big. Like last month there was a fragrance as well from Elizabeth and James that I absolutely loved and actually already had. This is definitely a different scent. It's more musky. Definitely, I mean, it's the shift I would expect going into fall and winter, sort of heavier, more musky with a hint of fruit, but not my favorite, I have to say. So I'm kind of okay that the size was not as big as last month's, but if you happen to love this, you'll probably be bummed out that you got kind of a smaller size, and it's with the top that you have to pull off. It's not the convenient spritz that they've started doing now, so that's kind of a pain in the butt, but it is a nice addition to get to try different fragrances, especially really nice fragrances like this. And at the very least, if you like it, it's a great something to throw in your purse that you don't have to worry about breaking and shattering everywhere like a bigger bottle or even one of those travel size glass things. That is something nice about these smaller tubes. So I think that is everything from this month's Play by Sephora box. I was really impressed. I think there is so much value in this box. Was really excited to get to try all those different skincare things. And I have to be honest, I am not typically one who likes trying and changing up her skincare because I have acne prone skin. Sometimes integrating new products that my skin isn't used to can trigger a breakout, and so luckily haven't encountered that with any of these, maybe because they're meant to be more kind of soothing and hydrating and less stimulating and exfoliating, which could be one thing, but I was just really impressed, not only in how they performed, but performed together and in the sizes we got, because each one really was enough, save the tinted moisturizer that I think I'm gonna get 2 to 3 uses out of. The rest of them were really enough to get to use for a couple of weeks to see how they really play with your skin. So I really hope you guys enjoyed getting a look into this month's box, even though it seemed like it went on for forever. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, if you want to see what came in this month's Ipsy bag, you can click either the eye up here or the link in the info below. Beyond that, thank you guys again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!